What's up, guys? Brendan Hancock here with another episode of Groove Subaru today. And today I am super excited because behind me I've got the new, completely redesigned 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. So you might not recognize a couple of the colors behind us because both of these are going to be new for 2018. We're bringing out the Sunrise Orange, which you may have seen a couple of years ago when we previously had the Orange Crosstrek. And we also have the cool gray khaki, which personally I absolutely love. It totally reminds me of the TRD Pro Tacoma, which is a great car. You guys can probably tell that this is the completely redesigned, totally new body style of the Crosstrek, which originally came out in 2013. So this is the second generation, and this is on the completely new global platform that we're seeing right now on the 2017 Subaru Impreza. So this new global platform is one of the greatest things I think that has ever happened to Subaru. It is so much softer of a ride. You have better energy absorption. It's stiffer around corners, so it gives you a much sportier feel, but it absorbs bumps. It has about 40% better energy absorption. So it absorbs things much better and is actually safer overall as well. So a couple of things that you're gonna see here on the front, you can kind of see a little bit of a redesign here, some things that are carrying over from the 2017 Impreza. One of the things in particular, we're gonna notice down here the fog lights, where previously on the 2017s and earlier we had a little bit of chrome here. This is going to be more of that cladding and stuff that we have here with the plastic, which gives it a little bit more of kind of an aggressive off-roady kind of look to it. We also do have the redesigned headlights here, very similar to the ones that we're seeing on the 2017 Impreza. So we do have the LED here, and we are going to see on the limited trim level exclusively the steering responsive headlights when you do have the EyeSight package as well. So that's really what we're going to see here on the front. Now, if you follow me over here to the side, we're still carrying over a lot of the general feel of the Crosstrek with the cladding and things on the side, although the overall angles are a little bit more precise and sharp. I'm just giving it a little bit more of that aggressive kind of feel. So along the sides here, we can definitely see some very nice sharp lines. We do have the redesigned side mirrors here as well. So when you do have the blind spot detection, just like with the new Impreza, we are going to start seeing the blind spot warnings on the inside of the mirrors here, which just adds an extra level of safety as well. You can also notice here the wheel design here kind of holds on to the kind of cool dark black sort of sporty wheel design we've seen previously, but just a little bit redesigned there for the new body style to kind of celebrate all that is new for the 2018 Crosstrek. In terms of dimensions, we are going to see a little bit different here. We've got a 1.2-inch longer wheelbase, and that is definitely felt when going over the bumps. They have done some changes to the suspension as well. But in terms of overall length, it's only longer by about 0.6 inches, and it's about 3/4 of an inch wider. So not drastically different in size, but definitely feels a little bit larger on the inside. Very similar to that of the redesign for the Impreza, where it just kind of feels overall much more comfortable for the passengers, especially in the back. Now, we still are going to see the 8.7 inches of ground clearance here, so that is not going to change. But one thing that we are going to see is X mode is going to be standard on all CVT models of the new 2018 Crosstrek. And the other thing is that we're actually going to see the base model available also in the automatic transmission. So that's the 2.0i trim level, which was previously only available in the manual. So what that does is basically the same as a premium, but we're just not going to see the all-weather package as part of that, which is the heated seats, heated windshield, and heated side mirrors. So very nice to kind of give our customers a little bit of a lower cost option that's available, especially if they're living in southern climates where they may not need those types of things. So the other thing that's really great is the new manual transmission is a 6-speed now. So we are saying goodbye to the 5-speed manual transmission for the Crosstrek and offering the 6-speed manual, so we should be seeing a little bit better fuel economy. All right, so here we're taking a look at the engine for the new 2018 Subaru Crosstrek, and this is going to be the same engine that's being carried over from the 2017 Subaru Impreza. So this is a 2.0-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder boxer engine, and while it may look very similar to the previous outgoing 2017 Crosstrek's engine, about 80% of the components on this are actually new for the 2018 Crosstrek. So same as the Impreza, but for the Crosstrek, these components are going to be new. So a couple of quick things about it. They are using a new direct injection system, which is going to help the engine to breathe a lot better overall and work a little bit more efficiently. And a lot of the components that they were previously using that were made of metal, they're now using a new composite material, which is reducing the overall weight of the engine, which is also helping with fuel economy. Now, one of the things in particular, we did gain 4 horsepower from the previous 148 horsepower that we saw on the 2017. We're now up to 152. Yes, small changes, but you can feel them quite a bit. Both torque and horsepower, we're seeing them come on a little bit earlier, about 200 RPM earlier than previously. So in general, especially in combination with the global platform, a much sportier, more fun to drive vehicle than it was even just 1 year ago. Welcome to the back of the 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. So we're gonna see a lot that has carried over here from the 2017 Impreza. One of the things in particular that we're gonna see are these headlights design, which I believe are exactly the same that you're gonna see on the Impreza. In general, I feel that these are kind of going more towards that legacy Outback kind of look that we're sort of seeing, becoming consistent, which I think is kind of Subaru going towards that global platform, kind of bringing everything sort of together stylistically. We do see the 4 ultrasonic sensors here. This is going to be part of the reverse automatic braking. We do still have the cladding and things over here, which definitely give, in my opinion, the Crosstrek one of the more rugged looks out of all of the Subarus that we're going to see. And then we do also have, you will notice, the PZEV badge. This is a partial zero emissions vehicle, so the highest level of emission standards that you can have on a gas-powered engine. And as consistent with the previous years, they have gotten rid of the XV portion of the name. It's now just referred to as the Subaru Crosstrek. So very, very, very nice here, stylistic changes, I think. In particular, I literally like the spoiler up top. It's very different, I believe, than it was previously. I think it's a little bit more aerodynamic. It looks like they're kind of going for a much sharper, more aerodynamic line on the top. But given that this is black on the gray here, I definitely like that high contrast. It gives it a very, very sporty sort of feel to it. Now, if we open up the lift gate here, one of the things that's really, really great, it is a 60-40 folding split. So these seats do fold all the way down, but you'll notice the angle at which and how wide the entry point is to the back. This is really great for throwing larger items in the trunk if you need to. A lot of cars very similar to this, if you look at like a Mazda 3 or something like that hatchback, you'll see that it kind of cuts you off here. So putting larger objects such as a dresser or something of that nature becomes a little bit more difficult. But with this wide sort of cutout here, putting larger items in is not that difficult at all. All right, so we're inside the 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. Now this is the 2.0i limited trim level with option package 23. So this is the fully loaded model with the premium sound, the eyesight, the leather seats. And one thing you may have possibly noticed already, yes, we have a powered driver's seat for the Crosstrek now, which previously, even in the mid-30s price points of the limited, it used to be a manual seat, which was ridiculous in my opinion. So you don't have lumbar support, unfortunately, but it is very, very nice that you have the ability to kind of control that seat. This is the same power seat that we're going to see in the Impreza. Now overall, a lot of the design changes that we saw from the 16 to 17 Impreza are very, very similar here on the 18 Crosstrek. So a lot of the design elements that we're going to see up here, it is so much more refined. I love the two-tone high contrast orange stitching that you have here as well. Definitely gives it that sporty look. And the stitching kind of pattern here of the seat in general very much gives it sort of that Lexus-esque vibe. So much, much nicer overall feel, kind of a refined, luxurious interior to it, but definitely with the stitching in particular and the carbon fiber you see here on the door panels, a much more sort of sporty feel than I think it previously used to have. So in terms of the changes to the steering wheel, we are still going to see the same things that we're seeing on the Impreza now. We do have the controls down here to change the center screen here. So with this being the limited, I do have that nice LCD screen in front of me with the digital speedometer, a couple things regarding fuel economy. And I also do have the large, I believe 6.2-inch LCD screen up here that gives us a couple of different things, including the weather, some things of eyesight. It has a tiltometer on there, gives us the oil temperature, average speed, fuel economy, even the weather, things of that nature. So very, very easy to operate on the controls from the steering wheel, and all of our eyesight controls are going to be on the right side. And consistent with the previous Crosstreks, we do have the paddle shifters as well here. Now, one of the things that is definitely different is going to be this infotainment system here. This is going to be the 8-inch screen. So now they're going to come standard with either a 6.5-inch screen or the 8-inch touchscreen Starlink infotainment system, both of which are going to come standard with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So even in the base model, you're going to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which gives you the ability to use navigation, send text messages, receive text messages, make phone calls, and everything using voice activation, which is extremely, extremely convenient and user-friendly. So I really, really do love the changes that they've made here. This one in particular does have navigation, so that's very convenient as well. And they have gotten rid of that little SD card slit that you used to see previously on the Crosstrek with navigation, which gave you all that map information. So now it's just gonna all be sort of stored into the hard drive here. So in terms of the overall feel of the interior, I definitely do feel that it's a bit larger. I don't think it's a huge drastic change by any means, but definitely the bolstering of the seats is a little bit more comfortable than it was previously. And I'm gonna step over here into the back to kind of give you an idea of sort of the legroom that we're gonna experience in the new 18 Crosstrek as well. So I'm about 6'1" here, so I've adjusted the steering wheel and everything, my seat position to where I would sit. So now I'm gonna move to the back here. Here I am sitting behind myself. In terms of legroom, I've got, I would say, probably 4 to 5 inches of legroom sitting here. So very, very comfortable in terms of headroom here. Like I said, I'm about 6'1". I've got about an inch or so of headroom, so not a tremendous amount here, but still very comfortable. And even when I sit up all the way straight, I've got about an inch or so of additional headroom there. So very comfortable even for rather large adults. So we've taken a look at the engine, the stylistic changes they've made to the interior and exterior, and I must say I am so excited about the new 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. It should be landing at our dealership shortly, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. You can ask for me, Brendan Hancock, or simply stop into our showroom and one of our Subaru certified representatives would be glad to assist you. If you guys haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time on Groove Subaru Today.